Welcome to Affordable Finance, the place where financial products and policies are made accessible to all. Today, we'll be discovering why the European Central Bank believes that a moderate inflation is considered a good thing. First, let's start by talking about the currency itself, which is called the euro. The euro is the common currency for a large group of countries within the European Union, and it was created approximately 50 years after World War II, on the 1st of January 1999. Today, it's the legal tender in 19 of the 28 European member states, and it's the common currency for more than 300 million people. And the euro is supervised by something called the European Central Bank. And the European Central Bank works hand in hand with the national central banks of all the participating member states. And together they form what's called the euro system. So the ECB with the national central banks of the 19 countries form what's called the euro system. And the euro system's goal is to try and protect the value of the euro. Now, price stability in the euro area is measured by an index which is called the HCIP, which stands for the Harmonized Index of Consumer Prices. And that's what the euro system, essentially the European Central Bank, uses in order to measure how the prices change for a basket of goods. So in that basket, you'll have things, everyday items such as food, you'll have items such as petrol, clothing, but you'll also have services such as hairdressing, or even insurance. And what happens is the HCIP measures the prices of those items and more, and if it goes up, then we say that there is inflation, and if it goes down, then we say that there is deflation. Now, the reason why economists believe that a moderate inflation is considered a good thing is because when you have a moderate inflation, the prices of those items will go up slightly. And what they're aiming for at the European Central Bank is for an inflation that's just below 2%. And the idea here is that if prices increase just slightly, just below 2% for all of those items, then it means that the consumers are willing to absorb that slight increase in price. And the only way that consumers are willing to absorb a slight increase in price is if they feel sufficiently confident that it's a good time to spend their money. And so this is somehow linked to the unemployment situation in a country. So if you have employees which are working and are comfortable and they feel secure, then what's going to happen is they're going to negotiate better conditions with their employers, and they'll have more money to spend. And they'll be spending that extra money on new goods and services. Like this is a brand new car, all flashy. And in order to produce those goods and services, you're going to have companies all over the euro area that's going to have to produce those goods and those services. And in order to meet the increased demand, they're going to have to be working at full capacity. And these increased sales are going to generate extra revenue and eventually extra profit for the companies. And the extra profits will be, at one point or another, reinvested in the economy. And so they're going to build new factories, or they're going to get new equipment, and they might even get new employees in order to meet that extra demand. So what happens is if you have low unemployment with a secure workforce willing to spend the extra money that they have in order to buy new goods and services, they're going to encourage the economy to work at full capacity, generating more sales and more benefits, which ultimately is going to generate more investment, and which will create more job. And hopefully this is going to be generating a good, healthy economy. It needs to be moderate, because if it spins too fast and the prices go up too fast, then the exact opposite impact takes place. So moderate inflation is good.